Okay, today we are going to look at slam bidding. I think there's nothing more exhilarating than to bid and make a slam. Perhaps making a grand slam is something you tell your grandchildren about. When you and your partner opens and you have a certain hand, you know pretty much whether you have game, whether you have a part score, you're going to compete for a part score, or whether you have extra, she has extra that you want to think about trying to go for a slam. So you're trying to look at the combined resources between your hand and your partner, trying to determine if you should be in game, part score, or in slam. When your partner opens and you make a bid, if your partner now does a jump shift or makes a big bid showing a bid which shows she has a big hand, and you also have extra, then those are indicators that possibly a slam is in the offing. But before you bid that slam, before you just launch right into 6 hearts or 6 no trump or whatever, you need to do what we call a checkup. The checkup is made not to get you to the slam, but to make sure you're not off 2 quick tricks. There's nothing worse than you thought you had a cold slam, they take the first 2 tricks. That's pretty sobering. So the checkup techniques that we have several conventions. Some of these you're familiar with, you already use, some you're not. We'll be going over each one of these in detail a little bit later on in the lesson. But Gerber for the no trump contract, Blackwood key card, Blackwood kickback, minor wood exclusion bids. These are your conventions that are used to help you make the checkup. The purpose of these conventional bids, and this is a different way than you've ever looked at it, is not to get you to the slam. They are for keeping you out, O-U-T, out of slam, should you be off 2 quick tricks. Now you're always thinking about, oh, I use Blackwood, or I use key card, or I use Gerber, 4 clubs over the no trump, find out how many aces or whatever. No, these conventions should be used rather to keep you out of slam should you be off 2 quick tricks. All right, in slam bidding, to determine you have a slam, it's in the diagnosis that possibly we do have a slam here. When your partner opens and you have opening count, partner's open, she's got at least 12 opening count, and you have at least 12, 13 opening count, then you know, you, the responder, you know all, your partner doesn't know it yet, but you know that you're going to be in at least game. You know you have the necessary 25 to 26 points to be in game, whether it be 4 hearts, 4 spades, 5 clubs, 5 diamonds, or perhaps 3 no trump. So opening bid, opposite opening bid, count in my hand, we're going to be in game. Now, if one of the other of us has extra values, by that we'll know by the next bid, then possibly slam, we might diagnose that there is a possibility of a slam. So let's look at the situation where this first example. Slams, it usually takes somewhere between 33 to 34 points to even be considering that you have a slam. So here on this first hand, you have 13 high card points. You have 5 spades and 13 high card points. So you count them up: 5 spades, ace doubleton, doubleton, that worthless doubleton. Always beware of doubleton, worthless doubletons in your hand. Always devalue your hand when you have something like the 2 little diamonds that you see there. So your partner has opened a diamond. All you know is that partner has opening count. It either has 3 or 4 diamonds, probably thinking 4. You are going to respond 1 spade with his hand. You don't need to jump. You don't need to go crazy. She simply opened the bidding. What you do know is that you have 13 points, and you do know you're going to go to game somewhere. She ought to have at least 12. You have the necessary 25 plus points to be in game. So you respond 1 spade. Your partner raises you to 3 spades. All right, here comes the diagnosis. You know for sure as soon as she opens and you've got the 13 points, you know for certain that you're going to be in game. But wait just a minute. What is your partner saying when she bids 3 spades? Her rebid of 3 spades is showing at least 4 spades, because your bid of 1 spade is only promising 4 spades. When your partner bids 3 spades, the opening bidder, She's saying, I have 18, 17, 18, 19 points in support of your spade suit. Well, definitely you're going to game, but you need to go back now and revalue your hand. You know your partner has 17 or 18 points, has at least 4 spades. So you have a 9-card spade suit fit. You can count an extra point now for your 5th spade because all she knew was that you had 4 spades. She's made this bid just assuming you have 4 spades. You know that you have 5. You get an extra point there. You can now count your distribution. You have the doubleton worthless diamond, and you have the doubleton ace X of hearts. And so you should definitely say, I think we have a slam. We should explore. The diagnosis by me is that I think we should be trying to go for a slam here. And so you do the checkup. You're probably going to make some kind of bid like 4 no trump, Blackwood key card, where you're asking her for how many key cards she has. If she makes a bid that tells you you're off 2 key cards, then you want to sign off in 5 spades. What if she had a hand like ace queen 4th, king queen 3rd, 5 diamonds to king queen, and singleton diamond, singleton club? You know immediately if the bid she makes, how many key cards you're off. And you see in this hand, putting your hand with her hand, you are missing the ace of clubs, and you are missing the ace of diamonds. You have everything but the ace of diamonds and the ace of clubs. So you want to sign off in 5 spades on this hand. So the checkup permitted you to stay out of 6, even though you've got about 15 points and you know she's got 17 or 18. Now let's look at the second example. In this hand, you have 15 high card points. Look at your hand right there, example 2. 3 spades, ace 3rd, ace king jack 4th, queen jack 3rd. So you have 15 high card points, a balanced hand. Your partner opens a club. Now, you've got a couple of bids you can make here. First of all, you already know once she opens a club and you have 15 high card points, you know this hand is going to game. She doesn't know it. Your partner doesn't know it yet, but you know it. So you have to keep making sure that she can't pass. You've got a couple of bids possible for you on this hand. You could bid 3 no trump over her 1 diamond, which would say, I have 13 to 15 high card points. Partner, I do not have a 4-card major. But I think a better bid by you is going to be 1 diamond. The reason why I'm a little bit uncomfortable with bidding the 3 no trump, you don't have a spade stopper. You have nothing in the spade suit. What if she has nothing in the spade suit? Then they're going to rack off maybe 4 or 5 spade tricks, and you'll be set. So I think a better bid by you with your hand, you have 15 high card points, bid 1 diamond. Now let's say your partner rebids 2 no trump. He's telling you now, I have 18 or 19 high card points, partner. So now it becomes a matter of arithmetic for all of these young kids who are going to be attending the Zoom lessons for Susan. I'm going to add together 18, a minimum of 18 with my beautiful 15, and I've got at least 33. We possibly have 34 points. So we ought to be in slam on this hand. That's your diagnosis. You can go through the checkup, maybe 4 clubs to find out, or making some kind of one of these conventional bids to find out. But probably with this hand, you might want to just go ahead and bid 6 no trump. They can't have 2 aces. You have at least 33 points between the 2 hands. So you aren't off 2 aces. The only thing that's going to kill you on this hand if they have the ace king of the same suit, and then you're going to go down. But you know, life and bridge are not fair sometimes, and I don't think it matters with bridge so much as it does in life, that life's not fair, but sometimes it feels that way. Well, I don't know why I'm having a problem here. Let's see, what am I doing? I'm not sure where I am in the hand. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going at the top. Okay. All right, so we've looked at example 1, and we have looked at example 2. All right, there are certain slam indicators and diagnosing whether you do have a slam. If your partner has opened and he's made a jump shift, then, and you've responded and you have an opening hand, then you know you need to be exploring a slam. Your partner, for example, opens 2 clubs, the strong 2 club bid. He ought to have 8.5 to 9 tricks. And so you can add what you think your aces or number of tricks you're thinking you have. Maybe you're pretty confident whether or not you got a slam between the 2 holdings of the hands. If your partner, if you open and your partner bids and he makes some kind of a jump bid, for example, I've opened a spade, he bids 3 no trump. What he's telling me by his bid is that he has 13 to 15 high card points, balanced hand, and he also has 3 spades. So if you don't have any excess values, you've opened a spade, you're probably either going to pass 3 no trump if you have a pretty balanced hand with 5 spades, or if you're distributional, you're going to put it in 4 spades, and that's where it's going to play. You are the captain. So as I say, there are certain key bids made either by the responder or by the opener that allows you to have some kind of a sense, we may have a slam on this hand. But before you get into slam, you want to always be reevaluating your hand, what can go wrong, and also deciding if it's worth just game, sign off in game, or whether you want to go to slam. So if you have just 17 high card points, you probably just want to be there in a game. If you have a 6th trump, again, you can reevaluate your hand, give yourself extra points. If your partner supported your suit, then you can count your distribution. And then possibly you say, well, I think we might have a slam, and you go through then the checkup. If your hand's worth 20 points and your partner's opened, you certainly have the 33 points, and you want to go certainly explore for slam. So before you put it in a slam, you want to do the checkup. The checkup is to find out if, in fact, you are missing 2 key cards. And the conventions that allow you to move the checkup are the following. The first one I'm going to cover is Gerber. Anytime you have opened a no trump or 2 no trump, if your partner bids 4 clubs, it is Gerber and it is asking for key cards for the aces. If you open 2 clubs, your partner bids 2 diamonds, and you rebid 2 no trumps, showing 22 to 24 points. If your partner now bids 4 clubs, it is Gerber, it is asking for aces. If I open a no trump, you bid 2 clubs, trying to find out if I have a 4-card major, and I say 2 diamonds, denying a 4-card major. If you bid 4 clubs at this point, you're saying, partner, we're in the slam range. I just first wanted to check to see if you had 4 of a major. You didn't, so I'm not going to let us pass out here at 3 no trump. So a bid of 4 clubs over any of those sequences above, 1 no trump, 2 no trump opening, 2 club opening, 2 diamonds, rebid of a 2 no trump showing 22 to 24 points, or if I open a no trump, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds by me, denies a 4-card major, and my partner now bids 4 clubs. All of these are asking for aces. So 4 clubs, the responses, and I'm sure all of you know these, 4 diamonds means I have no aces, 4 hearts, I have 1, 4 spades 2, 4 no trump 3. Some players, including me, play what we call min max Gerber. And what that entails, it's a slight variation. When the 4 club Gerber bid is made, a bid of 4 diamonds shows 1 or 4 aces, 4 hearts shows 0 or 3, and it allows you to show whether you have a minimum or maximum. If you bid 4 spades, you have 2 aces with a minimum, you would have 20 points. You bid 4 no trump, I have 2 aces, but I have 21 points, I have a maximum. Now you say, well, shucks, that's not a lot of difference. What's the difference whether you got a minimum or a maximum? You either got 20 or 21 points. Well, that extra point of 21, knowing you have 21 high card points, may be the difference of a slam getting to a slam that is marginal than not getting to it. So the min-max Gerber, something I don't think any of you play, does allow you to show whether you have 2 with a minimum or 2 with a maximum. And sometimes knowing that your partner has the 21 points and 2 key cards might get you to a slam that you would not get to using regular, as you see above, the 4 diamonds is 0, 4 hearts is 1. So I'll just throw that in, not to confuse you or to overwhelm you, but just so you'll know that all these bids are out there for you. All right, regular Blackwood. I know that all of you play regular, no matter what level you're playing. And of course, beginners, we always, the first ace asking bid we give them is the 4-no, after the 4 clubs is the 4-no trump. And basically 5 clubs says I have no aces, 5 diamonds 1, 5 hearts 2, you know, 5 spades 3. A bid of 5 spades at this point would be asking either for a specific king or the number of kings that you have. You have to agree by partnership what you're going to play there. You would not bid 5 spades. Once I bid 4-no trump asking you for your aces, and you've told me, let's say you say 5 spades showing 3. If I bid 4-no trump, I am telling you we have all the aces, and I'm also telling you that we have the queen of trumps. Otherwise, I don't make that 5-no trump bid. 5-no trump, I'm trying to see if we've got a grand slam. It may help me to know if you have an outside king. I do bid outside king. So if I had the club king over 5-no trump, I would say 6 clubs. If I had the king of diamonds, I would say 6 diamonds. If I had the king of hearts, I would say 6 hearts. That is if spades were trump. So those are the basic bids that you have. Again, you do not make the 5-no trump bid unless you are seeking to get to the grand slam. Now, more people are moving to what we call key card Blackwood, and it's just a little bit different. It gives you key card, as opposed to regular Blackwood, gives you the opportunity to show how many of the 5 key cards that you have. You have the 4 aces and the king of trumps. Those are the 5 key cards that you have. So if I bid 4-no trump, 5 clubs says I have 1 or 4, 5 diamonds 0 or 3, 5 hearts, I can show I have 2 with no queen of trumps, and 5 spades allows me to show 2 holding the queen of trumps. At this point, if I've made my bid and the responder now asks when he bids 5-no trump, he's telling me we have all the key cards, we have all 5, we have all 4 aces and the king. We also have the queen of trumps. Maybe I've got it. I'm the responder, and I've asked you, and I know we have all the keys, and I know I have the queen of trumps. If I now bid 5-no trump, I'm asking you for a specific king or the number of kings. You would not make this bid unless you are looking for the grand slam. When you make the bid, you're saying you're guaranteeing we have all the key cards and we have the queen of trumps. I do play specific kings, but people do, maybe show the number they have. Now, a slight variation of Blackwood and key card Blackwood is the kickback. And I have mentioned this in previous lessons a little bit. It is a variation of key card Blackwood. If the trump suit is hearts, then 4 spades is the ask bid. 4 spades is asking for key cards. So that's the variation. That's the only variation. If the trump suit is spades, then 4-no trump is used as above, and you respond 5 clubs, 5 hearts, or whatever your response is. The only difference when you have the kickback is it gives you a chance, if the trump suit is hearts, a bid of 4 spades is kickback. I don't know why it's called kickback. It's called kickback. It's asking for the key cards and hearts. So this allows you, 4-no trump would mean I have 1 or 4, 5 clubs, I have 0 or 3, 5 diamonds, I have 2 without the queen of hearts, and 5 hearts, I have 2 with the queen. If the trump suit is spades, then 4-no trump is your key card ask, just as above there in key card Blackwood, and the responses are the same that you saw above. So if we're in a 4 spades and I bid 4-no trump, you're going to tell me the key cards as follows: 5 clubs, 1 or 4, 5 spades would show 2 with the queen. Any subsequent bid I make will be asking for an outside king. So if our suit is hearts, and I have bid 4 spades to ask you for your key cards in hearts, and you have told me, now if I bid 5 spades over whatever response you've given, I'm asking for an outside king. If the trump suit is spades, and I have bid 4-no trump asking you for key cards, and you have told me Now, if I bid 5 spades, I am asking you for kings by making a bid of five no trump. Now, I want to mention one further thing in this area, and it's called frivolous 3 no trump. I don't think any of you play it. I do play it, but it comes up so rarely that poor Carol should probably go and forget it. But if you have agreed, you and your partner, and I'm not going to cover this in detail, I will cover it in a subsequent later lesson if there is sufficient interest. But if you or your partner have agreed on either hearts or spades at the level of 3, maybe 2 hearts and I bid 3 hearts, if my partner now says 3 no trump, it has to be alerted. It is called frivolous 3 no trump. I don't know why it's called frivolous. Chuck, you'll have to find out for us. But it's called frivolous 3 no trump. It is saying I am interested in slam, partner. And now you start QBing first and second round control. And at some point, one of you realizes you have first or second round control of every suit, and one of you will launch either into 4 spades if the trump suit is going to be hearts, or 4 no trump if the trump suit is going to be spades. So frivolous 3 no trump, if a bid by either one of you of 3 no trump, after you know that by the level of 3 that you've either agreed on hearts or spades, that 3 no trump bid has to be alerted. It says, I am interested in slam, partner. If I am not interested, I will just sign off in 4 hearts or 4 spades. But if my partner makes that 3 no trump bid, I know he's interested in slam. If I have a little bit extra, I'm going to start bidding control. So maybe I've got the ace or the king of clubs. I will bid 4 clubs, and we will proceed. And at some point, we will do the checkup, which will be the slam asking bid of either 4 spades or 4 no trump. All right, I want to go now to minor wood. Minor wood is used to try to find out if you have a slam in the minor suit. Whenever you or your partner, you've agreed on clubs or diamonds, your partner's opened a club and you have done something and you've agreed at some point below the level of 4 that we have either a club suit fit or we have a diamond suit fit. A bid at the 4 level of that suit is called minor wood. So let's say we've agreed on clubs. I have raised your clubs at 3 clubs or something. And if you make a bid of 4 clubs, you're asking me for the key cards. If, on the other hand, we have been agreed below the level of 4 on diamonds, a bid by either one of us of 4 diamonds is minor wood. And the bids are as following. Let's say that clubs is the agreed suit. I bid 4 clubs. Here are your responses. 4 diamonds says I have 1 or 4 keys. 4 hearts, I have 0, 3. 4 spades, I have 2 keys. I don't have the queen of clubs. 4 no trump says I have 2 keys and I do have the queen of clubs. If diamonds is agreed upon suit, a bid of 4 diamonds by me asks you to give your key cards. So 4 hearts, the first step, 1 or 4. Second step, 0 or 3. 4 no, 2 without the queen of diamonds. 5 clubs, 2 with the queen of diamonds. Now, the beauty of using minor wood rather than 4 no trump over 4 clubs. If you've agreed on clubs, if you've agreed on diamonds, and you bid 4 no trump, and your partner bids 5 hearts or 5 spades, and you know that you're off 2 key cards, well, you're already in no man's land. You're already too high. You see what I'm saying? You're too high. You can't. You have to go ahead and bid 6 clubs or 6 diamonds, and you're going down. The beauty of minor wood is it allows you to find out either at the 5 club level or the 5 diamond level what key cards you have, so that you will stay out of a 6 club or 6 diamond slam if you're off 2 key cards. So I don't know how many of you play that, but it is a really neat bid for the minor suit slams. It has so much advantage over the 4 no trump blackwood. It does keep you out of the slam. You don't get too high before you find out, oops, we're off 2 tricks. Now, I do want to point out that if you go through minor wood, we've agreed on, let's say, clubs, and my partner bids 4 clubs, and he is asking me my key cards in clubs. And let's say I say 4 diamonds or whatever I'm going to say, and my partner now bids 4 no trump. That is a sign off. So the initiator, the person who originally bid 4 clubs or 4 diamonds, asking for the key cards, once you have made your response, if she now bids 4-no trump, she's signing off, partner, I want to play in 4-no trump. Not you, the one who's giving the answers of how many key cards you got. It's the person who first asked 4 clubs or 4 diamonds, asking for your key cards. If she now bids 4-no trump at any point, she wants to sign off there, and that's where it's going to play. Now, the final convention that you have, and I'm not sure any of you are playing this. I am playing it, but it comes up so rarely. Again, I mess it up. But a number of mess ups, eventually you're going to get it right. The exclusion bid. Your partner holds a void in any suit, and he wants to find out. Naturally, you have no losers in a suit that you have a void. If you want to find out the key cards your partner holds outside the suit in which you have the void, you can do what we call an exclusion bid. Now, I'm going to skip the hearts for a minute and come down to the spades. If spades are trumps, and I have a void in either clubs, diamonds, or hearts, and I'm interested in slam, instead of bidding 4-no trump, it's not going to help me if he says whatever he's going to say, because I don't want him having the ace of clubs. If I bid 5 clubs, I'm saying I have a void in clubs. It doesn't help me to know he's got the ace of clubs. I might get a discard on that ace of clubs. But what I'm interested in, how many losers do we have outside of clubs? Because I know we don't have any club losers. Or if I made a 5 diamond bid, I'm saying I have a void in diamonds. How many key cards do you have outside of the diamond suit? Or 5 hearts. Now that's really getting up there. But these are the exclusion bids for spades. Your first step, let's say we have agreed on we've agreed on spades, and I bid 5 clubs. What I'm telling you is, partner, I do not have any clubs. I want to know how many key cards you have outside the club suit. If you bid 5 diamonds, you're saying I have 0 or 3. If you say 5 hearts, you're saying I have 1 or 4 key cards, 2 with the queen, 2 without the queen, and 2 with the queen. So that helps you when you have the void, and it's important for you to know the key cards your partner has outside of your void. Now, hearts is another little problem here, and one that can be confusing. If hearts are the trumps, so come back up, if hearts are trumps. A bid of 4-no trump, because now you know if you're using kickback, if I bid 4 spades over 4 hearts, that's asking you for your key cards. So if I make a bid of 4-no trump instead of 4 spades, you're saying, well, has she forgotten our bids that we play kickback? No, she has not. The 4-no trump has a dual purpose here. It is showing you that I have a void in the spade suit. Please tell me your key cards outside of spades. And that's the one people miss. What you have to remember is you normally, if you use exclusion bids, then you have to use kickback. Otherwise, you're going to get fouled up on what your bids are. So if you use kickback, hearts is our suit. If I want to know your key cards, I would bid 4 spades. And you make the responses as above. But if I bid 4-no trump, I haven't forgotten our bidding system. I'm telling you I have a void in the spade suit. And I want you to tell me how many keys you got. So if you bid 5 clubs, you're showing 0 or 3, 5 diamonds, 1 or 4, and etc. If instead of bidding 4-no trump, showing the void in spades, I bid 5 clubs, I'm saying, partner, I have a void in clubs. Can you tell me, please tell me your key cards outside of clubs? And 5 diamonds, I have a void in diamonds. So the one tricky thing on that, spades is not hard, because if spades are trumps, then 5 clubs, 5 diamonds, 5 hearts, all of those show a void. They are the exclusion bids. Your first step is 0 or 3. And the key cards we're talking about would be the 4 aces and the king of trumps. Okay, so those are your checkup bids. You use those once you've diagnosed that you do have a slam in the offing. There's a possibility of a slam or a grand slam. You use these bids that I've gone through, the Blackwoods, the kickback, the exclusion, all of those bids, minor wood, not to get you to the slam, but to keep you out of slam in case you're off 2 key cards. All right, I want to look at a few example hands. The first one, I'm going to be making the diagnosis of whether we have a slam or not. If you see, there are no bids for north-south. North-south is passing throughout. So I just thought it more cumbersome to put all those bids in. Okay, so the opening bidder is West. West has 13 high card points and a 6-card spade suit. You're going to open 1 spade with that hand. North passes. East has a rock crusher. She's got 16 high card points, and you have opened. Now, she has several bids she can make. She can do Jacoby, the 2 no trump Jacoby bid. She can do the 2 over 1, perhaps 2 diamond bid. I think, however, the better way I think to bid this hand is to bid Jacoby 2 no trump. When she bids 2 no trumps, of course, you all know that bid. She's showing at least 4 spades and at least 12 high card points. She's asking you to further describe your hand. You have the singleton diamond, so your rebid for the West hand will be 3 diamonds, indicating a void or a short or a singleton diamond, no more than 1 diamond. Okay, I get a little bit excited over here with East because I got that big ace sitting there, ace of diamonds sitting there, and I know we have no diamond losers. And so I'm interested in slam, and so I bid 4 clubs. At this point, I am Q bidding the ace of clubs. Partner Q bids. He says, okay, I think my partner's interested in slam. We're going to at least 4 spades on this hand because I know that we have at least a 6-4 fit. So we are going to go to 4 spades on this hand. You see, it does not hurt, even though I don't have but 13 points. It does not hurt along the way. I've not taken up any bidding space by bidding 4 hearts. 4 hearts is a very big bid because it shows first or second round control in the heart suit. And now East sitting over here with the king of hearts says, wow, we have no diamond losers. She's got the ace of hearts. I got the king of hearts. I know we have at least a 10-card fit, or at least a 9-card fit in the suit. Of course, the East does not know that West has 6. But anyway, you see, it doesn't hurt anything to bid 4 hearts because it tells East a lot about it. Enough valuable information now that East wants to launch. She wants to do the checkup. So she bids 4 no trump key card. 5 spades is the response made by West. West has 2 key cards, and she also has the queen. So now East knows that you have the ace, king, queen of spades, at least 9 of them. He also knows that you have no diamond losers, and he knows you have the ace, king of hearts between the 2, and he knows that he's got the ace, queen, jack of clubs. He needs to just find out if you have an outside king. It takes up you're going to at least 6 spades. So you see, it takes up no bidding room for him to bid 5 no trump. When he bids 5 no trump, he's asking for an outside king. You oblige, you are West, you oblige by bidding 6 clubs. Partner, I have the king of clubs. Bingo. Looking at an ace, king, queen, jack of clubs. Now, East has all the information he needs to put this thing into a grand slam. 6 spades. And you say, well, 6 no is probably going to score higher, but if that singleton diamond, probably the safer contract is going to be 7 spades. And of course it rolls. But you see how effective these bids were. The Jacoby, finding out about the singleton diamond, you have the ace. You Q bid the club, your partner Q bids the ace of hearts, you have the king of hearts. You bid 4 no trump, you find out she's got 2 key cards and the queen of trumps. And now you bid 5 no, and she shows the king of clubs. That solidifies the club suit for possibly a pitch. And you put it in safely, or you're hoping safely, in 7 spades. All right, let's look at the next hand. The next hand, I wanted to give an example of where you do have the void. And again, East-West are passing. The South hand has 22 high card points and a void. You're going to open 2 clubs with this hand. The the North hand has just 5, but she's going to bid 2 diamonds. That's the only bid she has at this point. I am now going to bid 2 spades. The North hand has 4 spades, has the 2 doubletons, can evaluate her hand. She's going to show that she has support for spades. She's going to bid 3 spades. Okay, now look at my hand. I know my partner has at least 3 spades. I have 6 of them. I have a void in hearts. I have that big ace, king of diamonds. I have the ace, king, queen of clubs. I just need to find out how many key cards my partner has. How do I do that? If I bid 5 hearts at this point, I'm telling you, partner, I'm avoiding hearts. How many key cards do you have outside of the heart suit? If you bid 5 spades, you would be saying 0 or 3, but you do have 1. You have the king of spades, that's a key card. So you bid 5 no, I now know you have the king of spades. I don't have to worry about what you got in hearts. I'm not interested in what you have in hearts. I have no losers in hearts. But once I find out you've got the king of spades, now we are cold for 6 spades. And if you look at this hand double dummy, it is going to make 7. But I think, you got to, at some point, just make a decision whether you're going to bid 6 or 7 on this hand. Certainly 6 and possibly 7. All right, now the next 2 hands, number 3 and number 4, go in tandem, and it illustrates a really good point. Again, east-west are passing. The north hand opens 1 spade, has 13 high card points, opens 1 spade. And I'm looking at my hand. I have 19 high card points. Man, my partner's open and I have 19 high card points. If we're not ever thinking about a slam, I think we would be now. And also she's opened a spade. I have 4 spades. Wow, it's gonna take a halter of some kind to tie me down to keep me out of 7 on this hand. Because my partner's open, I have 19 points. I have 4 spades and I know she has at least 5. So 1 spade. You have several bids you could make here. You could bid, I think the chicken bid would be to bid 4 diamonds, a splinter bid. Your hand is much too strong to make a splinter bid. I don't think you want to bid 2 no trump with this hand, Jacoby. I think this is the kind of hand where you want to put the 2 over 1, bid to 2 hearts. You have 5 hearts. You want to tell your partner, we are going to game. Now, you know you're going to go to slam. Partner doesn't know that yet, but once you bid 2 hearts, your partner knows for sure that we are going to go to game somewhere. So she rebids 2 spades. Now, normally when you rebid 2 spades, you're showing 6, or you just don't have any other bid to make. Now I bid 3 spades, and we now have our spade fit confirmed. At this point, North is nowhere near interested in bidding 3 no trump, privilege no trump, because she has no idea you have 19 high card points. She's simply going to bid 4 spades, saying, partner, I have opening hand, 12 or 13 points. I have 6 spades. I don't have anything to Q bid. I mean, she could, Q bid the king of diamonds, second round control of diamonds, bid 4 diamonds, but she really isn't interested in slam. So she tells her partner, I have my bid 4 spades, but with the rock crusher that you have in the south hand, you can't let this thing pass out at 4 spades. You got to make a slam try. So you do the checkup. You bid 4 no trump. Your partner bids 5 clubs. What is she showing? She's showing 1 or 4. And you're looking at your hand and you know that you do not have enough. You're missing 2 key cards. Even with your partner opening, you have spade fit and you have 19 big points. You are off 2 key cards. A lot of people who don't do this checkup with your hand, the 19 points, are immediately going to be in 6 spades, thinking about 7. But you see, you are off 2 key cards. You are missing the ace of diamonds, and you are missing the ace of hearts. And you can't possibly make 6 unless they make a mistake. So by using the checkup, you stayed out of a slam despite South holding those big 19 high card points and a spade fit. But let's look at a slight variation of this hand. Again, partner opens, north hand opens with 1 spade. This time having only 11 high card points, but you've got, this hand is too good to open 2 spades. You open 1 spade with this hand. You have 6 and you have a rebid. You don't have a problem. You don't have the 13 points that you had in the hand above. You have just 11. You open 1 spade. South hand has that same big 19 high card points, has visions of grandeur here. Again, I think would make the 2 over 1 2 heart response. And you would simply rebid your spades. South hand raises your spades. And now this hand's slightly different. You do have first round control of the diamond suit. You know you are going to 4 spades, so it does not hurt for you to show that you have first or second round control of diamonds. That is the key bid there, that 4-diamond bid. That lets your partner know, that lets me yourself know, my partner's got the first round control of the diamond suit. And now I can bid 4 no trump. When she bids 5 hearts, she is showing, when she bids 5 hearts, she is, well, I'm having a problem here. When she bids 5 hearts, she's showing 2 keys and no spade, no queen of spades. I have the queen of spades. In this hand now, I can put it in 6 spades. You see the difference here? The hand above, hand 3, my partner had the king, queen of diamonds opposite my singleton. You got to lose the ace of diamonds. I have the singleton heart. My partner has the king, queen, jack. We're off the ace of hearts. So even though in hand 3, you have more points, you cannot make a slam because you're off the ace of hearts and you're off the ace of diamonds. But in hand 4, all I'm going to lose here is the ace of hearts because I found out my partner has the ace of diamonds, has 2 aces, no queen. I have the queen. I know we have 1 loser. And so I can put it in 6 spades. So you see, it's worthless to have the king, queen of diamonds, but the ace of diamonds is the big card. And you say, well, when my partner bids 4 diamonds, how do I know she has either the king or the ace? You find out when you bid 4 no trump and she bids 5 hearts, she's showing 2 key cards. She has to have the ace of diamonds. So I can now safely, as self, bid 6 spades. All right, next week, this is your assignment. I want you to tell me how you would bid this hand. And then following that, I'm going to talk about Flannery and reverse Flannery. And I wish you all great success in bidding all these slams this week. And I'm hoping that what I have done for you will help you get there.